My name is Javier Loza. This is my persuasive speech for public speaking. Here's my audience. Alright, let's start. I'm sure most of you have heard of climate change, global warming at least once in your lives. I mean, we hear it all the time. Now I want to see what you guys know about climate change. Conrad, can you tell me something about climate change?
I know that the gases that we're putting off is destroying the ozone layer, which is around the Earth, and which is in turn heating the Earth in modern age, which is melting the poles and producing glaciers and ultimately causing global warming.
Very good. That's awesome. Hank House.
Nothing.
What do you know? Anything?
Nothing.
Major.
From all the gases from the vehicles causes a lot of climate change.
Exactly. Main point of the speech is to inform you guys and try to persuade you guys to take action on decreasing the effects of climate change, as you guys gave very great points. I did a lot of research from different websites and try to get the main points summarized the best I can. If you learn anything new, I advise you guys to share it with anyone you might know. We can reduce the effects now, so in the future we don't have to feel them so hard. You guys seen some movies, The Day After Tomorrow. That's worst case scenario, guys. That can happen. Climate change. So what is climate change? NASA describes it as a change in the typical or average weather of a region or city. This could be a change in a region's average annual rainfall, or it could be a change in the city's average temperature for a given month or season. So that's basic definition of climate change. Effects of climate change. Experts from environmental defense claim that three main effects of climate change are: Earth's water systems are being thrown off balance, causing severe weather; natural habitats and ecosystems are being destroyed; and human health and society is being endangered. Before we get into the effects of climate change, into more depth, why do some people say climate change is a hoax? I came up with a couple theories. Theory one, information gathered on climate change is inaccurate. We cannot use it to determine whether or not any significant changes have happened. Okay? Tell that to NASA. Tell that to Environmental Defense, Greenpeace, Climate Central, Al Gore. There's many other hundreds of other organizations that came up with enough sufficient and accurate information to prove climate change is real. If you look it up, the evidence is there. It's accurate. 2005 set a record for being hottest globally. So what? 1 year. We need them all to be that. That's theory number two. Just 1 year. Some people say, just 1 year. So what? Tell that to the graph. As you guys can see here, from 1850 all the way to 2010, the global average temperature has significantly increased. Big time. You guys can find a copy of this graph, this website. If you guys want to know more, just talk to me after. Again, it's a legit organization with plenty of evidence. Now let's get into the effects of climate change. First effect, severe storms. Melting glaciers and ice sheets cause seawater level to rise. Increased evaporation water is like a fuel for storms. Example, hurricanes. Flooding is obviously going to be more severe. Ocean water is getting hotter, expanding, and acidic levels rising, which all contribute to the sea level rising. And as you guys can see here, just examples, some storms can happen. Effect number two, natural habitats and ecosystems are being destroyed. The Arctic needs ice to support species such as polar bears, but the ice is disappearing. In 2008, the polar bear became the first animal to be added to the Endangered Species Act list because of global warming. A seal is another species in danger. Longer summers allow for tree-killing insects to thrive in forests. Droughts cause wildfires to intensify, destroying animals' habitats. Effect number 3, human health and society endangered. Breathing in smog is not healthy. Those who have asthma, like myself, can encounter attacks more often. This I've experienced firsthand. Now luckily I really haven't had asthma attacks in the military, but before the military, when I lived in Phoenix, pollution is really bad there. So I had attacks more often. They weren't anything too severe, but it got to the point where I couldn't breathe. I had to stop whatever I was doing and get my inhaler. Wildfire smoke further degrades the air. Again, global warming can cause wildfires to intensify. Unpredictable changing weather can cause farmers to have difficulty growing crops, which obviously affects our food supply. Okay, now you guys know some effects of climate change. So how can we help? We can start by using 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce the amount of waste you use. Reuse things such as water bottles, grocery bags. Recycle paper, plastic, newspapers, glass, aluminum cans. Every little thing counts.
Oh.
Buy energy efficient products. There are many household appliances that can be classified as energy efficient. Use them. Turn off your lights. We're all guilty of this. We leave a room, we leave the lights on. How many times have we done that in the past week? I'm guilty every single day.
I don't.
When you're not in the room, save electricity by turning off your lights. Simple. Simple thing. Plant a tree. Single tree will absorb approximately 1 ton of carbon dioxide this lifetime. It's a lot, obviously. Encourage others to take action as well. Refer them to programs and talk to them about the effects of climate change. I'm sure if you provide them with evidence, they'll listen. When someone told me that hurricanes, tornadoes, and stuff like that will intensify because of climate change, I got a little scared because I hate those things. So now you guys all got an idea of what climate change is, what its effects are, and what we can do to help. The future's coming fast, so let's act before it's too late. Severe storms, destroying animals' habitats, and stuff like pollution can all be prevented by simply turning off your lights, recycling, even planting a tree. Let's not mess up our shot to make a change. We don't want our children to suffer. I know you heard that a lot, but it's the truth. The older generation left it to us to make a difference. So let's be that difference. Because if it's not us, then who? Thank you guys.